This is the third video of Tkinter, and today we're gonna learn how to make an app, how to make a image viewer app. Okay, so this is the basic program of import Tkinter and PIL image TK, which I've already told you or taught you in my previous video. This is the module by which you add the image as a background of a Tkinter video or window. Okay, so let's get started. So let's recapitulate what we have learned. First, we have to create a screen. Of course, screen is equals to capital T and then K should be small. Then at the end we have a screen dot main loop. Okay, and yep, we choose our photo. So photo 0 because I'm gonna have multiple photo. Okay, so photo 0, you have image tk dot photo image, right? Photo image and file is equal to, okay, file. I actually have to choose the path, so I'm gonna choose this. Yeah, I'm gonna choose this image as my background. So let me just go to property, copy its location, and it should be a png file. Okay, I've already explained you that. So control v /ty.png. Okay, then we need r here. Don't forget to put your r. Okay, I hope this should be running. Then we need our background, right? Background. For background, you have your label screen comma image is equal to your photo 0 and the dot pack or grid or anything like that. So I usually use grid, and this won't work with label because for the label you have to define the geometry of the screen. With pack or grid, you don't have to define geometry or screen of the geometry. Okay, so that's it. Yep. Okay, so we have to make an image viewer app, right? So for that, first we need buttons. 2 buttons, forward button and a backward button. Okay, so let's create our button, and it would be on screen comma text. Text is gonna be this. Okay, so dot place, I'll place it. So whenever you are placing, there's a trick to identify the x coordinate and y coordinate. First, place the x coordinate at 0 and y coordinate at 0. It's basically a hit or trial method. So yep, you get a button here. Then you know that x-axis increases. You know that your x-axis increases here and your y-axis increases here. So if you want to place this forward button here, then you have to move your x-axis as well as your y-axis. So first we'll move our y-axis. Okay, we'll counter this problem step by step. So 200, I think 200 won't be good. I think 700. Where is it now? Okay, it's not in the screen. 700 is too much, so I think 600. Yep. Okay, so we want here, so we want our button to be here, so we have to move our x-axis now. So x-axis I think would be 600. Just I'm planning, no 600, I think it's gonna be 1000. Okay, 1000 and more. 1200. Okay, it's out of the screen. Not 1200, I think it should be 1100. Yep, that's good. Okay, that's pretty decent, right? And after, when we have done 300, it goes out of the screen, I guess. Let me just check. Okay, it's pretty much out of screen. So if I do 1230, okay, it's approximately out of screen. So at 11, it's completely fit. Okay, now we have to make a backward button, right? So let's make our backward button screen comma text is equals to the backward, right? I think that's correct. Now again, place and x0 comma y0 and pause the video and try it yourself. Okay, I hope you have got the answers. So let us just check it out. It's at 0 comma 0. Okay, so what if I do, we know that our x-axis is going to be same. I'm sorry, our y-axis is going to be same. The difference would be in our x-axis, right? So yep, same. I have to just move a little bit here. I think approx of 20. I guess. Not 20, I don't think so. 50 or 70. Yep, I think that's okay. I think that's equal. Yeah, but they are not functioning, right? So we have to create its command. Okay, so we have to create a command. So for that, this would have a command, and it'll be for ahead or forward. Okay, command would be forward. That means we have to create a function named as forward. Okay, forward. I've already taught you about how we have to play with buttons in my previous video or my first video. Please go and check it out. So yeah, so forward, and what do we do in forward? Okay, so let us take another image, which is photo 1. Okay, which syntax would be similar to this. Control C. It's just that it would be another image, and let's just check what the image. Okay, we'll take the burger image, the famous burger image. Okay, so burger, so we'll have, instead of ty, we would have burger. We don't have to change the whole location because they both are placed in the same directory, which is our desktop. Okay, so after this we'll enter here and we'll do label screen comma image is equal to photo 0. Okay, is that good? Photo 0. Okay, the dot photo 0 or photo 1 dot grid. Let's see what happens. I don't. Okay, so our image is downwards now. So what if we apply x-axis and y-axis? All right, let us apply x-axis. Let us see all the possibilities we can think of. Okay, before gaining anything else, right? So yeah, it kind of overlaps, right? It kind of overlaps, so that would work as well, right? So that would work as well. But we have lost our buttons, so we have to create new buttons. That's a tedious work to do. What if we name as L is equal to, right? And we globalize L and learn a new command, which is L dot I don't. Okay, forget underscore grid, something like that, or grid underscore forget. Let me just check it out. I don't exactly remember. Forget. Okay, and our new L would be this, right? And I'm not place. I've been using grid, so I'll be using grid only. Okay, we have an error, unexpected error. Non-type has no error. Okay, so we have to remove grid. If we add dot grid to our variable, then our variable will be non-type. If we remove this grid, now it's not a non-type. So we have to do L dot grid. Yep, Control X, Control B. So yeah, that's it. But we have to create our what do we say, our buttons again, right? So all we can do is b1 is equals to the same and b2 is equals to the same, but then we have to remove this because then it's going to be a what do we say, a non-type. Yeah. So then I have to globalize b1 comma b2, right? b1 comma b2, and I have to globalize b1 comma b2 because what do you mean by globalize? Actually, I'll explain you. When I write global L, that means the same variable would be changing inside and outside of the function. That means when I write L is equals to label and screen comma image, this is the value of L actually. But then I write L is equals to label this and don't write global L, then this L and this L is different. Okay, when I write global L, then I am actually changing this L only. Okay, so I hope you understand. So yep, I have to do dot comma p1 and I have to remove this. I have to make it non-type, right? So sorry, p1. Yep, and again p1. Okay, so I have to copy these. Control C, Control V, and again Control C. Yep, Control V. Okay, I'm not getting anything. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, I copied this as well. No problem. Just fixed it. Okay, so how about now? Oh, okay, our button is no more. Okay, there was a small mistake. I actually wrote b1 dot place only. I have to write b2 dot place. Okay, so I hope that would work. Yep, that's worked now. Yep, that's working perfectly because my b1 is having my forward, right? So I have to write again b1, to write this again, control C and control V, and then control C again, control V. Okay, I hope this would work now. Yeah, but we are not getting our buttons. Still we are not getting our buttons. Yep, so you have to define our new buttons. Actually, I don't think this would work. Okay, so control C, control V, right, control S, control B. I hope this would work now. Yep, we are getting our buttons as well. Okay, so we're getting our buttons as well. We don't need this. I don't think we need this. We don't need to get anything, okay, because we are repeating again and again. Yep. Okay, so this is done. Now we need to parse this label, right? We have already passed this label screen, so now we need to pass multiple images, right? When I press forward, I get one more image. I'm getting only one ahead image, so I'll add one more photo. Okay, similar to this, just have to copy this, control C and control V, and I'll name it. Third file would be, let it be showpiece, right? This is my showpiece. This is the future project which I'm going to make, right? And showpiece, it's just a showpiece for now. Showpiece, control S. So what now? Okay, so after I press again, I should get something, right? So it's pretty easy again. What I have to do is I have to create a list named as photo, and then the list would contain photo, all the photos which I have, photo 0, photo 1, photo 2. Okay, I have photo 1 and again, okay, and then again, so I have to name it as photo 2. Okay, so this is the 0th index, this is the 0th index, this is the first index, and this is the second index. Okay, so after that, let me change it again to, let me see, I have to change my label. Image is equals to photo and index 0. Okay, or I should name it as index image number, and I'll define image number, image number as let it be 0, right? So first it's 0, then I have to increment image, right? Image number, so I'll globalize image number as well, comma image number, and after grid dot forget, or after this, anywhere after grid dot forget, I'll write image number. Okay, image number plus image number is equal to image number plus 1, right? And I'll get screen dot text is screen dot image is equal to image, I'll get image number, right? I hope this would work again and again and again. Let me just see if it works or not. Okay, I'm not getting anything. Non-type object has which line? 21 in forward. Okay, the issue is very simple. I just recognized it, and just note that in my videos you will encounter various what do you say, errors, right? Because I'm learning too. Every coder is learning, and every coder faces these kind of issues. Many of the coders in YouTube, if you watch, won't show their issues. They actually edit it out, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, I'm going to show you all the errors which I face, and I'm also going to tell you the solution for the same, right? Because you're going to get a lot of errors while using Tkinter. Tkinter is a bit tricky, and you have to find many solutions. You have to find many tricks, hacks. Okay, so let's continue. The error was very simple. It says, just look at it again. When I said this. Okay, so it says none. The none type cannot be grid forget. That means grid forget is not working. Okay, but first look at this. I've actually didn't print I've written print L so that I can get the value of L when it's changing again and again, because you see I've written forward here. That means I'm using recursion. Okay, so the first time it's L, right? And then we do L dot forget, which is our first image. We get our first image, then L dot forget, the first image vanishes and we get our second image, right? After running our second image, when we press the front command or forward command, it goes back to the forward, right? It goes back to the forward. Let me just explain you more clearly, right? So first, this is the value of our first image, right? First image, first, right? Then it goes down, it goes down, it goes down. Then we have L dot forget, our first image is gone, right? Then we have this value of L. We get our, what do you say, we got our second image. This is a second image. We go back, we go back to our forward, right? We go back to our forward. There is print L. This is our second image, right? A burger, the burger image, right? I'll name it as B. And the building image, the Toyota building image, this is as T. So this is TB, and then we have label.grid. That means L is now a non-type, right? L is now a non-type in the third image. In the third image, when we are placing the third image, L is a non-type. So we do forget again, and we do L.grid forget. We have done L is now a non-type, right? So for non-type dot grid underscore forget will give us this error, non-exception in Tkinter, right? So I hope you have clearly understood this, and the solution is very simple. No, you don't have to worry. We have to do the usual L.grid, and I hope this will work. But there is one more issue, right? You'll just see. We get our image, we get a third image, but our forward image, our forward button has vanished. Where is it? It's actually here, because we have already defined its place value, right? So what we can do, the solution is pretty simple. We'll actually make our forward image a bit closer, right? So let's define it again. So let me sort, yep, this has, so we'll move it a little bit front. This is also a little bit front, something somewhat of here and here, right? Okay, so let us move it. We have to move x-axis, right? This is our button 1. This is our forward button. Okay, so we have to decrease our x-axis. So I hope this will work. And oh, it's actually very close. I'm sorry, just 600. Yeah, that's pretty decent. Okay, let's see. More is going to be, we get it. Okay, then I think it should be 700. Okay, that's good, right? And I need to move this as well. To move this as well to, where is it now? 7. So if I move it to 700, then it's gonna collide. So not 700, less than 700, something about 400. Yep. So I think that's good, right? If I press this, I get this. Press this. Okay, I still have to define it. So let me just, okay, so I have to define it again. Dot place, control C, control V, control B. Let me see it. Okay, we got this. Yep. So I think that's pretty good. We only have to move our forward button, right? We don't have to displace our backward button because it's good. So if you press your forward button again, it's going to give an error because now index is out of range, and it's just ignore these 3 buttons. It doesn't make sense. Okay, so what do we have to do now? So we have to check the value of image number, right? The value of image number should not exceed the value of our len of photo -1. Why -1? Because just remember the indexing of list. This is the 0th index, this is the first index, and this is the second index. And we have 3, the len of photo is 3. So 3 minus 1 is our index, the maximum index. So what we are going to do is we're going to check for our image number, the value of image number. It's pretty simple. If image number is equal to or is less than, image number is less than len of, what do you say, len of less than equal to, I'll make it less than equal to len of photo, len of alien of photo, alien of photo minus 1, right? Right. It should not be less than, it should not be greater than, I'm sorry. No, if, yep. Okay. So if image number is less than or equal to this number, then we want our image to be displayed. That means we need to change our photo. We need to make it an album, right? So when image number is less than or equal to the last index of our list, that means that then in that range our image would move. Okay, transition will take place. So I think this would work. I hope you have understood this because it's basic listing. Okay, so yep, I think you're good to go now. And else I know what to do. You have to do screen, what do we have? Screen, right? So you have to do screen dot destroy. I think that would go, that would be pretty much with this, with this screen dot destroy, right? So what about backward button? What about backward button? Right, we have created the backward button, right? So we'll create a backward command as well. Command is equal to backward. Okay, command is yep, command is equal to backward. So there's a trick behind backward. I'll explain you. You just have to copy this, I think, or I'll just explain you from the scratch. Right, you have to define def backward, right? You have to do the same thing, global L, because you're displacing your L, right? Similar to this, global L comma image number, because you require the image number. I'll tell you what's the concept behind this. What you have to do is L dot grid dot forget, right? And here you don't have to change the value of image number, because when you're moving backward, I'll tell you how, when you have to change the image number. You have to check here, or I'll explain you later what when we have to apply check. So what you have to do is, I think you have to do label L is equals to, we'll just copy this, copy this. You can actually remove this, right? You can actually remove this and add image number plus 1 here. It's going to be the same, right? But yeah, for clarity and for uniformity, I wrote image number is equals to image number plus 1. Okay, so let's continue. L dot grid forget, and then we have our L. We'll copy this, right? It's saving our time. Control V, right? But image number, we need image number minus 1, right? And why is that so? Right? You'll be thinking, why is that so? Or you can why is that so, you will be thinking. And let's not do this. For your better understanding, I'll do image number is equals to image number minus 1. Okay, so why are we doing this? When we press our backward image, then we have to go from here. If we are, suppose if we are in image 2, right, photo 2, that means our showpiece, right? And then we press our backward button, then what we want is to go to image 1. That means our image number will be here 2, so we have to go to 1, that image number minus 1. That's why I took image number minus 1, then I take image number, right? And then our usual buttons. I think that's it, right? Control C, and just wait for it. Control V, right? Sorry. Yep. Yes. Okay, so that's Control B, and we have our forward image, we have our backward. Okay, it's not working pretty much. Let me just, okay, I'm sorry, it's another unusual, or I should say silly mistake. I forgot to write comma command here. Command is equals to backward, and here as well, I think. Yep, here as well. Comma command is equals to backward. Control B. I hope this would work now, and yeah, it's working pretty well. But notice that this is our first image, right? that means the image number is going to be 0. When I press this, image number is going to be -1. So what's the -1 of our list? It's pretty easy to guess. -1 is our last index. Okay, so I hope you remember the negative indexing if you have learned indexing at some point of time, right? So if we do negative indexing, then this would be -1, this would be -2, this would be -3. So we don't want that, right? We just want a simple, we don't want a circular looped, what do you say, circular looped photo or image viewer, right? So we'll apply the same thing which what we have applied here, but with a different condition, right? We have to write if image number is greater than equal to 0, right? If it is greater than equal to 0, then this. Pretty simple. Yep, that's it. Else it's very easy. Else we'll have control S, I'm sorry, else we'll have screen dot destroy. That's easy. Yeah, so that's gone, right? And we have this, we have this, we have this, we have this. Yep, this is your basically image viewer now, right? If you want to add an exit button in between, you can add it. I'm not going to tell you how to add it because it's pretty simple. Now I have told you the concept of how to build a button, how to move or traverse, or how to transition, how to make a transition of an image. So that's pretty good, right? So this is how you make a image viewer, right? So this is how you make an image viewer. I'll upload this in the description below. I'll upload the source code in the description below. Please check it out. If you want any changes, you can make it. I know it's not very uniform if you look, because here it's there, because you can move it to here, right? And for this it's going to be here. So yeah, so you can create uniformity on your own. I'm not going to waste your time showing you this, right? So I'm just here to build your concept. Now thinking is your part. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel.